Good morning, and we're coming to you live from Bologna. This is all for the Green Week in support of the G7 environment. We're live on Facebook, and it's my great pleasure to introduce to you today the filmmakers of Dusk Chorus. So on my right, we've got Nika Saravanja, right? And she's the director of the film Dusk Chorus. And then further on my right, we've got Alessandro de Emilia. Thank you for joining us. Alessandro is the director of photography and the co-director of the film. So I understand your film was shown yesterday here in Bologna as part of the screenings at Cinema Luminaire, brought to us in collaboration with Cinema Ambiente, exactly. So your film recently won the award for the Italian documentary at Cinema Ambiente in Turin. Could you maybe just give us a quick overview of the film? What is the storyline, and what are the main messages you want to portray?
So the film follows the eco-acoustic composer David Monacchi and his project Fragments of Extinction. And this project is David is traveling the primary rainforest on the equatorial belt, and he's trying to record and preserve the sonic heritage, the audio heritage for future generations that are about to come and that are being extinct very rapidly.
So where exactly did you film? What were the locations?
In the film, we filmed in Italy, where David is working, and he has his sound studio. In Belgium, where he had a conference, and in Ecuador, in the Amazon.
Okay.
So we were filming in the Amazon, and in the period we were there was no rain for already a month. There was the petrol workers, there was all these human impacts on the environment, and we noticed how rapidly everything is changing. So we were able to record it.
No, fascinating. And a strong emphasis, obviously, is on the soundscape, because that is David's work, is to collect the sounds of the pristine environments. But there's also a very strong visual component to the film. So maybe over to you, Alessandro. How do you use visuals and the means of photography and film to really, push a personal story and help present the environmental issues that we're being faced by today?
So as the focus also of the project from David, for us was the main important thing was not to focus on just one animal or two small details, more try to give this feeling of the landscape also that you can enjoy in the forest. And this was really a challenge, we can say, because of course the technology that we had for recording the sound, that was a 3D microphone and technology, was very impressive. And of course with the visual we didn't have 360 cameras or 3D and so on. So we tried to make like a window, a visual window of what you can perceive by your listening. So perceiving this sound, you have just to lose yourself in the image and try to understand what is going on. And sometimes there is nothing going on, but it's like when you are there, because you hear a lot of sounds, many species and animals, but you can't see any one of them. So that was one of the main difficult that we had to film in the forest, also because we were working in the sunrise and in the sunset, so there was always not enough light for filming, but we did our best, and following this project was really an experience also for us, to be in the darkness many hours and try to observe and not to give our presence as something that animals will be scared, and then also for David was in this cave was more difficult to register, no? So it was very important for us to be nascosti.
Undercover.
Undercover and
yeah.
as quiet as possible.
Yeah, as quiet as possible, yes.
So with that, I think we'd like to watch the trailer just to get an overview of what the film's about. If we could play that, that would be fantastic.
Febbraio 2016. Siamo partiti in 3, consapevoli di essere già in ritardo per documentare l'ambiente acustico di un'area chiave per la biodiversità, che vari fattori stanno modificando profondamente. Per me non è il primo viaggio in Amazzonia, ma oggi è possibile lavorare con microfoni a definizione ancora più elevata. Tecnologie tridimensionali mai portate prima d'ora in questi. E qui di registrare l'impatto.
Well, unfortunately, we couldn't watch the end of that, but we will make sure to put it in the Facebook post so you can watch the whole video. What really struck me there is the natural beauty, the harmonious interaction of the sounds that one gets, and this is also something that David spoke about yesterday. It basically follows a rhythmic pattern. Like every day, every night, you kind of get the same sounds if the conditions are the same, and it becomes almost a song of the earth and nature when you're there. Is this something you experienced while you were filming?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it depends because there was a lot of disturbance. We were in the end able to sample just one 24-hour recording. We were moving around and trying to search for an undisturbed area, but the presence of the petrol workers and this factor of no rain for a month, so everybody, the jungle was really, really quiet, I have to say. For the first 2 or 3 weeks, there was almost no sounds in comparison to what David used to record in the years before. So only when it started raining, everybody started to vocalize. But it wasn't as it used to be already now. If you compare his recordings from a few years ago and what we encounter today, it was quite alarming.
And is that also very much a message you want to bring across through the film, that, you know, nature is changing, nature is being affected by human encroachment? In your case, it was the petroleum industry, and that is also something we really have to consider as we want to tackle climate change. We have to get off fossil fuels, and we have to make sure that we retain our pristine environments as much as possible. Is that also a subliminary message you'd want to bring out through the film by presenting the natural beauty and the soundscapes that are created by such diverse environments?
Definitely, yes. This film is trying to raise awareness of what is happening. I mean, everybody knows about extinction and how rapidly it's happening, and this film is just trying to tell it in another way. But it's also trying to raise awareness of, of how how we are influencing everything around us.
And maybe that links to the power of film. So film is an incredible medium to, present a reality that happens somewhere on the other side of the world and spur those emotions within the viewer to embrace it and to do something about it. So from maybe a director of photography point of view, how can one use film as effectively as possible to make sure that society gets to understand about the climate issues, about the extinction of species, and about the opportunities that we see to transition to a low-carbon, resilient future that achieve the sustainable development goals, which are the goals we see behind us? How can you use film to really relay that message?
Yeah, well, I think that, for our film and also for the future film about this topic and climate, I think it's a good way try to not just explain the problem and let the people experience and explain them also the beauty that we are losing day after day and year after year. So I think the future also of filmmaking about this topic should be more interactive also with people, that they can really have the experience and they don't forgot what they are feeling in that moment, no? Because I think also with newspaper, with the television news, it's not the first time that we hear about the problematic of our world that we are living. So something is changing every year. All people are doing their best to change the problem, but finally everybody of us has to be consapevole, has to be conscious. No? Of the world. So I think the experience, and filmmaking is also an experience, is not just sitting in front of a screen. Is the most important thing that as a filmmaker and as a spectator we have to focus on.
Absolutely, and I know we're running a bit short on time, and you've got a busy schedule ahead, and your film is also touring around the world, going to different festivals in Durban and Washington, and we look forward to following the progress of that. So that's Dusk Chorus, and I was here with the filmmakers of a very inspirational film that depicted nature through sound and also some of the changes we're seeing in nature. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you.
We've been live on Connect for Climate's Facebook page. Please engage with us with the hashtag SDG Live, as well as as well as the hashtag All for the Green. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.